Side. But hey, you know what? It's still early March. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm wave meteorologist Brian Good. Happy St. Patrick's Day as well. Hope you have the luck of the Irish on your side here today. Overall, it's been an okay morning, right? It's been breezy outside and rainy, but you kind of knew that. But at least I think the key thing there is it is Friday. Now, the cold weather is going to be the headline. We're going to be talking about that and a chance at some snowfall. But before you get too excited, there are some limits to the snowfall, so we'll be talking more about that and how the pattern is about to get busy into the longer term. I'll cover that as well here in just a few minutes. As always, you can give a shout out on our social media side. If you're watching on the app or on Roku or Fire Stick, you're not able to put a comment in there, but on social media, which is YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, they do pop up into the system there, as long as you don't say anything inappropriate. They will pop in. But a lot of you have already been on this morning. Good morning, guys. Hello to Barbara. Hello. Good morning, gorgeous. Thank you, Anthony. Good morning. Hello to DJ. Hope all is well, North Vernon. And how you doing, Susan? Top of the morning to you there. Yeah, we are dealing with certainly a windy setup. I'll cover that as well as the cold front's moving in. So you guys ready? Type 1 if you're ready. Type 2 if you want me to just stop talking and shut off the signal and just go back to bed. Actually, I would vote for 2 right now at this point. We are going to be covering some warmer weather. So if you're not a fan of all this cold stuff, I will at least try to cheer you up with some warm weather coming our way. All right. We got a lot of ones. We're good. Right. We're good. All right. You ready? Let's go. Let's start with the snowboard. And the only thing on there on the snowboard is snow showers for tomorrow. This has been an interesting change and development in the past 24 hours. This wave that's kicking in across the Ohio Valley, it's got 1 or 2 spokes that'll try to move through. There's a lot of dry air, so I'm not sure how much of this is going to be able to develop, but the potential is there for some sneaky snow showers here. And we're going to be cold enough that I do think some of this can stick. So I'll explain more about that. But I'm not going to raise the level on it on the meter. It's a minor issue, but if you want a snow globe type of day, winter weather, if you're a big fan of that still, and some of you are in chat, then you're in good shape as we head into Saturday. More on that in a second. Live view right now. This is from Paristown into downtown Louisville. Yeah, certainly low clouds over the city at the moment. It's getting colder by the minute. And yeah, the rain's still out there. It's spotty showers overall. Let's start with temperature. We're 43 degrees. We have dropped about a good 12 to 13 degrees in 1 hour when the front came through. It wasn't too bad when I got to the station. I was like, this is nice. I can handle this. It was like in the mid 50s. And literally by the time I got my coat off and set my bag down and got into my chair at the desk, the front was hitting at that point because the wind got strong. I knew that was the front, and there it went. Temperatures began to drop. And a lot of you are facing that now because the front is really just in our eastern counties. Everyone else is already feeling that cold chill. Now, the wind is going to be gusty at times today, so the wind chill factor will stay with us not only today, but also tomorrow. That wave that I talked about that's coming down the area tomorrow with a snow shower chance, it too will have some wind. So that is going to really create a cold winter feel because the wind chills may stay into the 20s and even some teens at times as we head throughout Saturday. So pretty cold Saturday, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to get cold. Current feels like temperature in Louisville now, 35. Got 28 to the west in Jasper, Indiana, 29 Hardensburg. The sensor in Salem is probably not working because you are definitely colder than 41 for a wind chill. All right. But this is not to the point yet that I see of going to snow. If there's any cold air that's going to try to change over anything to snowflakes or get sleet involved, it's going to be right through here, our northern counties, Orange, Jackson, Jennings, maybe even Jefferson County, Indiana. There is a small window before the moisture gets all the way east of the area that you may see some sleet or something like that trying to mix in. You're not quite to that level yet, but you're getting close. So there's the chance the cold air will try to get to the point of catching up with that moisture as it leaves town. Otherwise, just cold rain. So we're talking about for a lot of us as it moves off to the east. As I plot the temperatures now onto the map, and you see where the showers are, it's easy to pick out. The front is right there east of Bardstown. Bardstown, your drop has commenced. Frankfort, it's about to in just a few minutes. You will begin your drop. Same in Campbellsville, Columbia. You've got about maybe 20 minutes, and then your drop will begin. And that'll be about the last, looks like a wave country. Everyone will be on the other side of the front at that point. Meanwhile, temperatures in eastern Kentucky well into the 50s, by the way. This system, again, is moving quickly to the east, and the backlash showers will linger. The clouds extend all the way back to St. Louis. There is a chance that if that little bit of clearing on that western side can try to race in here in time this afternoon, we could get a few sun breaks at the last minute today. Wouldn't expect much with that. I think otherwise it is going to be just a cloudy and cold wind chill factor that will be a factor all day, that kind of stuff. All right. So what's the deal with Saturday? Well, there's a couple of things here. One is a little clipper, is the best way to word it, that is diving down across the Dakotas. You can see it there. It's going to have a boundary. It's going to have more of it. It's going to go down to the south and east. Should be here in less than 12 hours. Actually, sorry, 24 hours. It'll arrive. And there's actually another one on the back side up here. So you got to look at this as more like a pinwheel, kind of spinning. The main low itself is spinning across the Great Lakes, but you got these little sneaky systems that are wrapping around it, and they have little spokes with them. There's one or two that may come through that have a chance, but most of them, they will be trending with the low. So the main parent low is moving at the same time. So it depends on how many of those can actually get this far south and southwest before eventually they just get too far away from us and impact Ohio. So all of this is about position and timing and, of course, the amount of moisture at play. So let me show you what this looks like on the map. You can see this afternoon, we're already down into the 30s this afternoon. Again, wind chills probably about 30 in many spots, maybe 29. There is that little patch of clearing that tries to make it in here at the last minute today, but probably won't be much. Now, here's the first little spoke of snow showers. Timing on this is 9 a.m. So again, about 24 hours from now. Moisture, again, is limited on this. Some models don't have this at all. Quite a few models don't have this, in fact. But the high-res models that I've been looking at do have this signal. And the HUR in particular actually is getting a little more enhanced with it, more so than going away from the idea. So there's a lot of things to look at here. They're all different on the depth of moisture. That's key. You got to have moisture in the certain layer of the atmosphere. We call that the DGZ, the dendritic growth zone. I can never say it right, but it's the DGZ. That is the zone in the atmosphere. If you don't generate a snowflake there, then you end up with freezing drizzle in some cases. Well, we don't want that, right? Right now, I see the moisture being right at that level that's critical in the DGZ. Everyone hashtag DGZ. It's that area that I do think it's so far showing up that snowflakes will be generated. So, but look at the temperatures. Now, the HRRR has a tendency to be a little cold sometimes, but still, if this does become the reality, there is a chance some of you won't get above freezing tomorrow. Wow. We haven't done that in a long time. I don't know if we even did that in January, February at all. So it's going to be a cold setup. I mean, wind chills in the teens. So that's the reason why this type of snow, while it is light, it can stick, certainly. It's not a heavy snow, but because the ground's getting colder, we may have, a couple slick spots. The only thing that would work in our favor for those that want to get out and about and not worry about it at all is the wind's going to be relatively strong again tomorrow. So a lot of this is going to be blowing sideways. So I'm not sure how much of it will have a chance to slow down and actually stick to each other at the ground level. That's another factor. Now, the HRRR wants to bring in another batch into the evening hours. Not sold on this one yet. We're going to be general on the snow chance potential, but certainly if you get past sunset, you really got to watch for slick spots to develop. At least during the day, you have some help from the sun, even though the sun's not shining. The sun energy is still getting through. We see the light of day, right? So the sun energy is still happening. So I do think there is a chance that the daytime part should be fine, but the evening, that always worries me when you see flurries even. So we'll watch it carefully and see how the trends are in the midday data, which is coming in right now. So I'll have more on this on the midday show. It moves out of here, and then it's really all about the cold after that. For now, we'll keep the dusting potential north because I'm not sure how much moisture the DGZ, if you will, does not have as much moisture in it once it gets into Kentucky versus Indiana. So right now, we're thinking it's going to be Indiana, your best chance to get a light coating or a dusting. But if we see a signal, there's going to be a little more moisture to the south and east into Kentucky, this map you will see adjusted. So stay tuned to our newscast today. We'll let you know how we will trend that as the day wears on. The other big story, of course, is indeed the cold. All right. And this is what will impact you way more than the snow will. The temperature profile, again, if we stay in the lower 30s on Saturday for daytime highs, then the sky tries to clear out Saturday night. That's key. We've got to get rid of the clouds Saturday night. So that second little wave that shows up in the evening is interesting because that would actually ease a bit on the really cold air about Sunday morning. If, however, we lose the clouds, then get ready for certainly a cold night. Now, in Louisville, we're going about 21. Louisville has not dropped below 20 for 2023. We haven't done that since December. So it would be an interesting mark that it was in March, mid-March at that, would be our coldest of the year as far as 2023. Pretty interesting. Yeah, then again, March doesn't surprise me around here. But a lot of teens I do think will show up on the map as we head into your Saturday night and Sunday. Then after this, we warm up. Thank goodness. It's going to be breezy and warm, pretty active as well. A couple systems will be rolling through. The first one looks to be Thursday night and Friday. The timing's still getting worked out, but it's got a lot of warm air with it. We could even hit 70 with this kind of a flow. And rain and thunder, I don't see much of a signal right now on severe weather, thank goodness, but it's still early, so we'll watch it. But I do think this is going to be a relatively quick-hitting system there Friday into Saturday. And the thing is, there's not much of a gap behind it. We have another one already showing up, so we only wait 36 hours, and then Sunday into Monday, yet another one rolls in. Now, my concern here is not so much on severe thunderstorms or anything like that, this kind of a pattern. My concern is going to be too much rainfall. We're going to get to the point where we're end up with maybe some more high rivers and some flooding. So if you have issues with your basement and had it with the last round of flooding that we had, or if you have a creek or a stream in your yard that's got some issues right now, I know it's cold at the moment, but I would take the time to try to get some of that worked out, because looking at the long range as we get out of March and get into April, the signal to see this repeat itself over and over like this is pretty strong. So I got a feeling we're going to end up with a very wet setup as we head through April, and flooding may become a bigger and bigger headline. So just FYI, just to keep an eye on that as that forecast evolves. So there you go. All right. Any questions? Everyone good? Everyone good? Everyone good? Well, Barbara, how is my tortoise? He's good. He is a little cranky. I saw him this morning. He always is up and about when I'm trying to get things out of my closet in the morning hours. So he's always staring at me. I could tell he's mad. He's definitely mad because he's bored. He wants to get outside. He wants to get out there and play. But he was so spoiled being out there in the yard grazing in February that March so far has not been kind to him. So hopefully we'll get him back out. I'm working on it. Yes, Lisa, we had spring 1.0. You're right. We got 2 or 3 more springs to get through at this point. And yeah, right, Susan. We just set the record of 83 degrees. 83 degrees not too long ago, the early part of the month. So, and yes, that is a big difference from teens to the 70s. This is going to be a really cold weekend. There's no way to sugarcoat that. So that we're confident on the cold. The part we're not as confident on is going to be that snow chance for Saturday. That's something we'll just watch. So just be aware of it. If we're going to be traveling, again, it's not a heavy snow at all. I mean, let me stress, this is light snow and flurries. But just be careful of a bridge and overpass, especially if it were to linger into the darkness of night. That's going to be one of our concerns. All right, guys, I'm going to run, get out of here, and get things started. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your St. Patrick's Day. I'll see you guys coming up on midday.